Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and welcome to another stupendous game of Starcraft 2. This one is going to be played between E.G. IdrA, the red Zerg up here in the top right corner of Xel'Naga Caverns, and his opponent today is going to be Liquid TLO, the blue Terran, down here in the bottom left corner. And yes, he is playing Terran. He is not playing random and just happened to get Terran. He is back to his old Terran ways, and it looks like he is going to be staying that way for quite a while. Of course, you know, as soon as I say this, he's going to make a post on TL and be like, yeah, I'm playing Protoss again permanently. I'm going to play Zerg again permanently. He just switches more than any other player there is, and notice he's not even mining from these two mineral patches. That's sort of just a little micro trick. He's only mining from these patches because they are, I guess, closer. I don't know if that's a scientific fact or mathematical certainty, but he's definitely not mining from these two patches on purpose. You can see him microing his SCVs and everything. But Evil Geniuses IdrA and TLO are playing this as Game 1 in a best-of-3 series for the quarterfinals of the DreamHack Stockholm Invitational, and those other players include MC, Maro, Jinro, Whiteraw, Huck, and Dignitas Show, who is replacing Boxer. Boxer was invited, but unfortunately got enteritis, which is basically just food poisoning, and was unable to fly out to Stockholm to play in this thing. But these guys are competing for over $16,000 worth in cash prizes, so you know they really, really want to do that. All they have to do is win 3 series against some of the world's best players, and hey, you got yourself a ton of money. So both of these guys are capable of it. Of course, IdrA has won tournaments in the past, including MLG DC. TLO's won a big live tournament himself with the PokerIdol.com tournament. So both of them have some tournament wins they can look back on and be like, hey, how did I win that? Oh yeah, I was way better than everyone else. But the fact that we have 2 tournament champions playing each other in this first round of a tournament is pretty epic. So actually everyone in the tournament, I believe, has some sort of giant tournament win. Let's see. Let's just think about it for a second. Show, Intel Extreme Masters European Champion. Whiteraw won 1,000,000 tournaments. I don't even have to come up with any because you know he's won 100 or more. Huck won MLG Raleigh back in the day. Actually, I say back in the day, it was really about 8 months ago, but that's forever in StarCraft 2 timelines. And MC, of course, 2-time GSL champion. Maro won the Global Challenge back in the day. I don't know what other live events that he's particularly done well in. I know he got 2nd place at Assembly against Rhett, but either way, not just both of these guys in this match, but everybody in the quarterfinals of this tournament has a massive tournament win to their name, so it is very, very cool to be able to see this stuff. But check this out, TLO going for Rax number 6 very quickly. This is probably going to be the fabled 7 racks that we saw at MLG Dallas, and I like how these 2 barracks are sort of overlapping on each other. Seems kind of interesting. They could actually team up maybe and build 2 racks at once, but there is the 7th racks, and he does credit the Mango from TeamLiquid.net with this build. If you missed the Team Liquid attack on Saturday, April 30th, he did give credit to the Mango for the 7 racks build. He did it against IdrA at MLG. He's doing it again to him now. Let's see if it's as effective as it was the first time. IdrA actually cannot get up here to see what's going on behind the wall off, but if he saw, he would just be mad. He did go hatch first over here. Spawning pool is done now, and he did get that gas up with plenty of time to get the Zergling speed started, but this many Marines, no refineries, mules helping out, is going to be very, very difficult to stop. TLO already moving down the ramp a little bit, so IdrA is going to see these first 5 Marines and be like, hey, you didn't have 5 Marines a second ago. What's going on here? Is he going to try and get up the ramp? He does try to, but there are 2 Marines already waiting and kill off one of those poor little guys. But TLO already moving towards the hatchery here at the natural for IdrA. This reminds me, of course, of the Global Challenge, which I referenced just a moment ago, where Maro played against IdrA in those finals and just built nothing but Reapers, and it was basically the most unstoppable thing in the world. This is almost like a repeat of that with a different unit. It is just a 50 mineral marine instead. IdrA is building a Baneling nest right now. I'm not sure if he's going to have it done in time by the time these first 10 or so Marines actually show up. How many? Yeah, exactly 10. And 11 and more coming across the minimap all the time. How many Lings do we have here? Significantly more, but of course Lings don't have near as much health as an actual Marine does. 45 for a Marine, only 35 for these Zerglings, and the DPS on a Marine is so high, and their range, they can just clump up and try to kill stuff. IdrA looks like he is trying to catch these reinforcements. It looks like he was going to sack his natural. He just does not have enough units to actually do this. No, he is actually going to move in now with all of his speed leaks. Now that the Zergling speed is done, he should be moving over with the Queen and the drones. Yes, he is. He is actually going to be able to kill off all of those Marines. So great job by IdrA. He built just enough Zerglings, didn't panic, didn't lose his hatch. He cut off those reinforcements like he definitely should have. TLO does have quite a significant force still at home, though, behind this wall off. So if IdrA does a counterattack, he's going to have to get sort of lucky and hope that TLO has those things down for him when he arrives. But TLO already moving out with his second force of Marines. This time there are 18, 19, and more being produced all the time. 7 more Marines in production, and of course supply depots and SCVs. That's all he's going to be building for the rest of this game. Basically, at this point, there's no turning back. So we'll see if IdrA has enough to actually stop it this time around. And he had the Baneling Nest completed, but the thing is with Marines, you can split them, you can totally minimize that splash damage from all these Banelings, you can keep a lot of stuff alive if you're quick, and TLO does have some of the best micro of any European out there, so we'll see how this actually ends up going. If he has his back to the wall over here, though, there's not going to be anywhere that he can run to. One Baneling does splash on those Marines, there's a few of them with red health here, but for the most part, they stopped that Baneling incoming, and now this hatch does not have enough protecting Zerglings to be able to keep it alive. There are only 4 Banelings in production here, and those eggs are going to get caught before they can even complete. So TLO suddenly has quite a lot of Marines still alive, and IdrA is left with essentially nothing. TLO is up 63 supply to 32. I don't see how IdrA is going to be able to come back now, especially when you glance at the minimap and you see a string of blue dots headed over here. So IdrA does lose the natural. He's trying to morph some more Banelings. He just doesn't have the income to support all these Banelings. If he doesn't get a great splash here, it could be the end of the game. Look at this, TLO already splitting up. He does lose quite a lot of units there, but he's still got 5 Marines alive, 4 Marines now, and the reinforcements are starting to flood in from the left side here. He's just shooting at eggs now, but when he realizes he's got these guys available, yeah, he's just going to combine his forces once again. IdrA just GG's. I am just shocked that IdrA would even GG before leaving the game, but that's IdrA for you, always surprising. So game 1 going very quickly to Liquid TLO. Game 2, I don't think IdRA's going to fall for that same sort of thing, so let's go see what happens next.